It's part 2. Hence why you gotta be careful about that stuff, obviously. Now let's talk about Zayas. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing, when I fly Peter Jackson to Vancouver, once he signed his fat contract, I took him out to his dinner. He's excited, he's joining for joy, his family's joining for joy. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Dad, you know what I'm saying? You're going to direct Ivy's movie. Yeah, I am, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then Peter flies to Vancouver. I'll have my 17 book, his luxury. He can stay at the best suites in Vancouver. So I did research, like suites, the starting price range for the suites in Vancouver are like $800 around. So Peter Jackson can easily stay in a $1,000, $2,000 night suite with Guillermo del Toro and all of them for 1 year. There's a nice pool, a nice jacuzzi, a nice gym, a nice bar downstairs. And during the first couple days, I'm going to do board meetings with Peter. I'm going to hand him all the notes that me and VJ took for the 3 volumes of Zanus. We're going to go over those notes, and then Peter will give his input of what changes should be made in the movie. Hey, Peter, you remember? Yeah, I original book. Okay, what changes are you thinking of? I tell him my ideas. I give him the notes, and he tells me. But in the meantime, Peter tells us our ideas, and we discuss the changes that should be made, obviously. That way, when we write the script, we have a foundation, and we can make a few changes while we write the script. When we follow the book, obviously. Okay, Peter, I don't want Eretat having an axe. I want Eretat and all those animal characters having swords. Yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, I think it's better if they have a sword. Yeah, I think it's better if Eretat has a sword. Yeah, he has this long sword. I don't want Eretat's eyes glowing red. I want his eyes changing color. I want Taki's eyes changing color, but his eyes change color, but his eyes don't go blue. If his eyes go blue, it will be silly. What are you thinking of? I don't know. I'm thinking something like Dune. You show him the picture in Dune of the Timothy actor when his eyes change color, something like that. Where Taki is, his eyes change color. Holy shit, Ivan, you're prepped. Yes, Peter, I'm prepped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See what I'm saying? Okay, Peter, I'm thinking Eretat's eyes change color, or his eyes don't change color at all. We can change that in the story. His eyes don't change color at all in the book. Eretat has like black eyes. He has white pupils, black eyes. He's a demon. You know what I'm saying? But I want Eretat to have black and like reddish orange pupils. Reddish pupils, obviously. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for Eretat? You know, so I'm thinking Eretat to be a CGI wolf. And I'm like, no, Peter, I don't want Eretat to be a full-on CGI wolf. When I'm like, Ivan, what about a werewolf? I'm like, no, I don't want Eretat to look like a werewolf. If you have him like a werewolf, the movie won't be as good. I want him looking like Pennywise the Clown. Hey, Ivan, what are you thinking of for Eretat? I'm thinking of Pennywise the Clown. I show Peter Jackson the picture of Pennywise the Clown. It's like, holy shit, Ivan, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I can picture Eretat looking like this, something like this. He's a wolf, he's an animal, but he has that clownish look. Yeah, like Pennywise the Clown. He's a devil walking in the South. Tell John Hound all of them in the concert of Pennywise the Clown what they know. And Peter's like, Ivan, what are you thinking of for the North? I don't know. I'm thinking something like Rivendell, Peter. It has this holy, not like Rivendell, but it has that Rivendell feel. The land is holy. It's beautiful. It feels peaceful, like Rivendell. Whereas the South is cursed. It has this grayish, darkish blue atmosphere. Tell Peter that what they know. Tell John Howland what they know. See what I'm saying? Okay, Peter, I'm not a fan of that Hobbit computery look. I'm not a fan of that Rings of Power computery look like you got for your movie. I want the natural look like you got for Lord of the Rings. Especially Fellowship, I want the natural look like you got for Lord of the Rings for my movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of full-on CGI, Peter. Peter's like, Ivan, are you saying you don't want CGI in your movie? I'm like, no, Peter. You need CGI in the movie to make your world look amazing, obviously, but I want to mix it with big sets. That way your world looks more natural. You know what I'm saying? Peter's like, Ivan, like, why aren't you a fan of a full-on CGI Eretat? Like, everyone uses CGI for villains. I'm like, yes, Peter, and look at how their movies turned out. Even though the movies were amazing, the villains looked a bit cheesy. So there's no offense. Even though Avengers was a masterpiece, Thanos, because he's full CGI, he looks a little bit cheesy. Because he's a full computer software character. Compare that to the Ring Race and Lord of the Rings and the Orcs from the Rings. They look more formidable. You see what I'm saying? Steppenwolf was a formidable character in Justice League, but he looked a little cheesy because he was a full-on CGI character. I'm not a fan of full-on CGI characters. I want Eretat to wear a mask and a costume. I want all the actors wearing a mask and a costume. We apply the CGI special effects technology towards those masks. But they're demons. They're 3 times scarier than the orcs and Ring Race, Lord of the Rings, and Pennywise the Clown. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for the costume and the mask? Oh, I'm thinking this picture here. The devil being an animal, and I hand Peter Jackson the picture. Because when I plan my 3 volumes with VJ, I'm gonna print out those pictures. I'm gonna keep it in a folder. I'm gonna show Peter Jackson the pictures. I'm also gonna print out some pictures, some ideas I have for the North and the South, the land, Rivendell. Print out a few pictures. That way you give John Haslam some few ideas, obviously. That way you're prepped and you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? VJ will help me because I saved her fucking ass. I saved VJ's ass, you know what I'm saying? VJ will help me, obviously. You're gonna see VJ help me out too, because VJ read my book. She knows what my book is about, and she helped me plan the 3 volumes of Zanus. And we took our 10 pages worth of notes. We studied the Fellowship of the Ring. VJ will be all prepped to help me. I'm like, holy shit, VJ's smart. She's creative too. Yeah, VJ will be helping me out. VJ, yeah, what if we do this? And Peter Jackson's like, holy shit, Ivan, like you're prepped, man. Holy shit, I'm shocked. Man, like you have no experience in the film entertainment industry, and like you're fucking prepped. You know what you want Eretah to look like. You know what you want Ephesus to look like. You have an idea for the costumes and masks for the demon animal characters in your movie. Yeah, Peter, I'm thinking something like this animal picture, a costume like I want them wearing a costume like this. Ivan, this is more professional than even the prosthetic mask in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I don't want the prosthetic mask like what you got for Lord of the Rings. No. Otherwise, we won't be as no. I want them wearing a more professional mask, like the animal picture. You know what I'm saying? And every time them are demons, yeah. Okay, Peter. Ivan? How long do you want your movie to be, Peter? How long do you want your movie to be, Ivan? I know. I want my movie to be a good 11, 12-hour movie, as long as your Lord of the Rings extended edition movies. Okay, yeah, Peter. I don't want to cram all 3 volumes in one story. No, otherwise the movie will be terrible. It'll be a mess. It will be rushed. I want to tell the story carefully over the 3 volumes like we did for Lord of the Rings. One story told in 3 separate movies, 3 separate volumes like we did for Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. Oh, okay, Ivan. I'm saying, hey, Ivan, how are you gonna release your movie, Ivan? Like you're Ivan, you're gonna need to distribute this movie. Yeah, don't worry, Peter. I'm gonna partner with Amazon. I'm gonna call Amazon. I'm gonna partner with them. Obviously. Oh yeah, Ivan, what are you thinking of? Yeah, I'm gonna sell my movie in a box set on 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, 4K Blu-ray. Peter, he's like, holy shit, Ivan, 4K Blu-ray's top notch. Ivan, you're looking at an enhanced experience, man. You're pouring $90 towards your movie, and you have the Blu-ray effect on top of that. Ivan, you're looking at an unheard of world, Ivan. You're looking at something amazing. Yeah, Ivan, 4K Blu-ray is fucking amazing. 4K Blu-ray is better than 1080p online. Yeah. Yeah, Peter, I have 2 choices. Either I release it online or I release it on 4K Blu-ray. I think you should release it on 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray is better, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 4K Blu-ray is better, you know what I'm saying? You have the what? You have your 4K Blu-ray box set. You have the nice cover. You have the nice discs that smell nice. You know what I'm saying? And when you open the box set, yeah, look sometime. You have the 3 volumes, the 3 volume covers. Yeah, man. Give me a second, I'm gonna get some water. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Alrighty. Ivan, I hate waiting. Then skip the video if you don't like waiting, obviously. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a good like 3 days of board meetings with Peter Jackson and all them, discussing the movie, discussing some of the changes that should be made. I'll hand Peter Jackson me and VJ's notes that we took for the movie, obviously, and we're gonna discuss with Peter Jackson, Guillermo del Toro, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and the concept artists. I have John Howe and Alan Lee and all of them be in that boardroom for those 3 days. You need to give them your ideas that way they can start drawing your world, your amazing world. You know what I'm saying, the Holy North, the Cursed South. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Obviously. Hey, Peter Jackson, what are you thinking of for the North? Peter, I'm thinking, I don't know. I can't really give you an exact detail. I'm gonna have to rely on John. I'm gonna tell John how, look, man, I have an idea of what I want the North to look like, but I'm gonna have to rely on your creativity to create my world. But tell, okay, guys, I want to look very holy like Rivendell. Have that peaceful feeling, that beautiful feeling, peaceful feel of Rivendell, the North, and the South is cursed. So it's dark, it's darker, grayish, bluish sky. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit cursed. It's cursed, obviously. Tell John how when they begin drawing your world. Obviously, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, Ivan, what are you thinking of for your feast? Peter, I'm thinking something like this devil being an Annabelle here, but a hybrid of the Boss Orc and Lord of the Rings. So you have, tell John how I want Ephesus to be a hybrid of the Boss Orc and Lord of the Rings and this devil being an Annabelle, but make him look like a bat. Don't copy Lord of the Rings and Annabelle, no. You have to make it original, but something similar like this. And they draw a bunch of pictures of Ephesus and all the bats and the wolves. Okay, I want you guys drawing Aratat, Faful, his son. Faful looks like Aratat because it's Aratat's son, obviously. Famia, his wife. Morale the general. Durius, Mass, and Bass. And Bull the Pit Watch. I want you drawing all those demonic characters. I want you drawing Ephesus. And I also want you creating the cursed devil asses of the north. Of the south, sorry. And the holy asses. Ivan, what are you thinking of for the middle? I don't know. I'm thinking something like Gandalf. Gandalf the White. Like, he has this white, they have this white beard and they're powerful beings. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, is that it? Yeah, I mean, I can picture them. I can picture them in. I can picture what? I can picture the Holy Ass of the North, something like Gandalf. Yeah, I want them to be something like Gandalf. Don't copy Lord of the Rings. Make it original, guys. Don't copy Lord of the Rings, but give them ideas. That way they can draw your world, draw your characters, and they begin drawing the Holy Ass of the North. The Cursed Asses of the South, obviously, the Crows, the Eagles. What are you thinking of for the Eagles? I don't know. I'm thinking something like your Hobbit trilogy. Remember in the end of Unexpected Journey when the Eagles rescued Gandalf and all of them from the trees? Obviously, I'm thinking something for the Eagles, except they're smaller. But they have a different look, and they talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Peter Jackson Shaw's like, holy shit, Ivan, you're prepped. You know, so like before you even hired us, you planned out everything with VJ. Yeah, I studied your Fellowship of the Ring script. I read the Sidefield book a couple times. I'm prepped. I know what I'm saying. I'm prepped as a screenwriter. I took notes with my wife for the 3 volumes. I know what I want Aratat and all the demon wolves and demon bats to look like. I have an idea for the North, the South. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's why Peter Jackson was like, holy shit, Ivan's prep, man. Before he even hired us, like he already knows what he wants. Yeah, I already know what you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peter be like, Ivan, if you don't want that computer look like The Hobbit, you're gonna have to build big sets if you want to have a natural look. Yeah, Peter, how does $30 million for Zeppelin sound? He's like, what? Yeah, Peter, $30 million. Like, holy shit, Ivan, like we have enough money to build all these big sets. For Lord of the Rings, we only had like a couple $1 million for building sets. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, what are you thinking of for the sets? I don't know. I'm thinking something like I want my sets. I want my world to look natural, like Helm's Deep. Helm's Deep look natural. Rohan, the Shire. You know what I'm saying? Rivendell. Those places look natural. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell Peter that way he knows. Peter, to save money. Do you want to have Water Workshop create a bunch of small miniature sets and we just apply the special effects towards the movie, or you want to build actual sets on location? No, we can build the sets on location. The only reason why we did that for Lord of the Rings is because we just couldn't afford it. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't afford to build the Black Gate of Mordor. We have to build a small miniature set. and apply the special effects towards the movie. We just couldn't afford it, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan, we can easily build a big, like 30 feet wall. We can build a small mini city, like Helm's Deep, except it's bigger than Helm's Deep. I'm building like a, yeah, Ivan, we can build a 1.5 acre city of Zanus, 1.5 acre city of Barak, 0.8 acre forest. Yeah, Peter, how does this 0.8 acre forest sound? Of the forest of Galatha, we can build like a big forest. You know what I'm saying? We apply a special items. Like, holy shit, Ivan, like you have no idea what kind of world you're looking at for your movie, man. If you build all these big sets and you apply your $400 million towards CGI towards it, you're looking at like a world better than Pandora and Middle Earth and all these movies, except your world will look natural. Yeah, my world will look better than The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but it'll look natural. It won't look computer like The Hobbit. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the world looked very amazing, it was too much CGI. It looked very cheap. It looked a little cheesy, computery. Lake Down looked very beautiful, but they relied heavily on green screen. Hence why the world looked very, very computery. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a fan of that computery look like you got for Lake Town. You know what I'm saying? The Woodland Rim and what? And Erebor. It looked very computery. I'm not a fan of that look. I want the natural look like you got for Lord of the Rings. You have your world look natural, but really, really amazing because I put. But are you saying you don't want CGI in your movie? No, Peter. I want CGI in your movie. You need CGI to make your world look amazing, obviously, to fill in the blanks, but mix it with big sets that way your world looks more natural. I know what I'm doing. Peter, please, I'm not a fan of that Rings of Power look. I'm not a fan of that Hobbit look, man. If I have the world looking computer, I'm going to be very pissed off. The movie won't be as... I can't see Zane's being Lord of the Rings if it looks computer like that, man. No, I can't see it being... You have to have it. You have to do everything right. You have to make it look natural. Make the orcs and bats look natural. Ivan, what about the Eagles? No, Peter. For the Eagles, we can have them full-on CGI characters. For Aratat's crows, Aratat's spies, we can have them full-on CGI characters. For the Jaguars, the mosquitoes, the stags, the snakes, and all of them, we can have all those beings be what? Be what? Be full-on CGI characters. Ivan, what about the war? Like, you wanna add CGI? You wanna have just a couple hundred extras? No, Peter. I'm gonna hire actual thousands of extras. That way, the world looks more even top notch. You don't have to rely on CGI to fill in all the blanks for the war. Because how it works in Hollywood, they only have like 200 people, and they apply special effects towards the people and the horse when you get those high shot scenes. Yeah, it's all CGI. I don't want that for my movie. I'm gonna hire actual extras. That way it looks more top notch. Yeah, man. Have this meeting with Peter Jackson Memorial. Tell him we talk about the changes before we even pen down the first paragraph of the script. We need to what? We need to discuss the changes that need to be made in the movie. Okay, Peter. Me and VJ took our notes. You read my book. What scenes do you think will not translate well on screen? And Peter Jackson tells, okay, I think you should cut this out. Cut this out, but we don't have to cut anything out. Everything in your book is good. Like all of it, I can picture all your scenes on translating well on screen. Yeah, all my scenes in my book will translate well on screen because I'm a fucking creative genius. I know how to tell a good story. Right? And after the 3 days, so the first 3 days, I'll do board. What I'll do is it'll just Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. I will give them 3 days. Okay, John, you're happy. The first 3 days, John and Dave, the first 3 days, you're gonna be in the board meeting with me and VJ, and Peter Jackson Wintour. We're gonna discuss the movie with the concert artist, obviously, for 3 days, all day. As we get our breaks, but all day we're gonna discuss the movie. We have to discuss the movie, obviously. And what? And for 1 day, I'll discuss what? So what I'll do is, first day is orientation day. Obviously, I'm going to give my 17 the sheets. And Jon Favreau and them the 4 years of Zanes. That's the first day. The second day, they're going to start work. And the second day, I'll have Peter Jackson. I'll have Peter Jackson flown in probably the second week around there. The second week during the first year, I'll have him flown in to start work. And during the first 3 days when Peter Jackson are starting work. So the first day of work isn't those 3 days when we're playing the movie. No. The first day is the orientation day when the engineers are going to go over everything with 17, tell them how the system works. Me and Fiji are going to hand them all the sheets for the 4 years of Zanus. That way they know. And then the second day, my 17 all start work. And then within the next couple of days, that's when I'll fly Peter Jackson in. I'll have him, Peter Jackson, compete for the job. In a week after that, I'll make my decision. I'll fly Peter or Mel Gibson in. I'm speaking hypothetically. If I fly Peter Jackson in the second week, he'll be flown to Vancouver, and in those 3 days, and during that 1 week, we'll plan the movie for the 3 days. I'll only have Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, or the Russo brothers, or whoever I hire, James Gunn, Zack Snyder, whoever I hire. You know what I'm saying? Rian Johnson, J. Ames. They're gonna be in the room with me and VJ, and Guillermo del Toro and Peter Jackson. We're gonna discuss the movie for 3 days. 3 days is enough. It's more than enough time. You know what I'm saying? And once we discuss the movie for the 3 days, I'm gonna go. Peter Jackson will come with me to my office. After the 3 days are over, okay, Peter, we discussed the movie. We know what some of the changes that we want to make. And whenever we discuss the changes, obviously that we want to make, I will have what? I can have Guillermo del Toro write in the notes. Okay, whenever we discuss the stuff, I want you, Guillermo del Toro, writing down all the notes that we discuss. Write down. And you give it to me and Peter Jackson. We go over that. We have some ideas for writing the script. We write the script, obviously. And then once the 3 days are up, the fourth day will be the day when I write the script. And I'm gonna be fucking nervous. I hope I write a good screenplay. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry, Peter Jackson, Ivan, don't worry about it. You're gonna write a good screenplay. You wrote a masterpiece, Ivan. Don't worry, I'll help you. Yeah, Peter, please help me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivan, you don't need my help. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wrote Xanus on your own. You can easily write your own screenplay. I'm like, no, Peter, I need your help. I need your input. John and Dave, I need your help. Ivan, you don't need our help. Like, you can write it yourself. You don't need our fucking help. No, Peter, I need your help. If I have more minds help me, we're gonna get a better movie. We're gonna get it. If I wrote it on my own, the movie would still be a masterpiece. But chances are you might catch some flaws in the dialogue in some sections, some corny dialogue in some sections. That's why you need brilliant minds helping you. That way you get a better movie. If I have more minds help me, I'll get an even better movie. Peter Jackson, you wrote Fellowship of the Ring. Fellowship of the Ring was a masterpiece of a screenplay. I need that brilliant mind help me. Help me out with the words. Help me out, man. Help me out with the structure of the format. Ivan, what do you think will be your biggest challenge? The biggest challenge for me will probably be the structure format of a screenplay. I want you to help me with that. Okay, Peter. Ivan, write in the details. I write in the details. The creative side, I'm fine because I'm very creative, but the structure, formatting of the screenplay, have Peter Jackson help me. They know all that stuff. They can help, but I already know the structure because I studied the side field book. But have those guys help you out. That way you get a good movie. See what I'm saying? So whenever I have an idea for a dialogue, I tell Peter Jackson, Ivan, okay, guys, this is what I'm thinking of for the dialogue. You guys have anything different? And they, Ivan, what you can write this, and you can, and they help you out. Hey, Ivan, write your line, and then write this afterwards. And then Peter Jackson helped me out with the dialogue and all that stuff, helping me adding dialogue with scenes, adding details with scenes for the prologue, the Eagles, for Mia. For Fool, Era to add more scenes will help me out with all that. With the details, yeah. But I already know how I want my Xanus movie to start because I'm that creative. Peter Jackson, holy shit, Ivan, you already know how you want your book to start? Yeah, Peter. You know what I'm saying? The screen goes black, fade in, warning, this is not for children. I'm gonna write down the screenplay, obviously. And then it says credits roll. Warning, says credits roll. This movie's not for children, you know what I'm saying? This novel this movie is an adaptation based off the novel, the novel written by Alvin Maier, and after that it says The Last Hope for Xanus. You get the title Last Hope for Xanus, and it zooms in, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a blue sky in the north. There's a blue sky in the north. The sun is setting in the north. You know what I'm saying? Fade in. You know what I'm saying? And in next scene it says interior, Sarah's room. Interior in the Xanus castle, Sarah's room. You know what I'm saying? And you show Sarah giving birth. Yeah, I already know how I want my story to start. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peter Jackson, holy shit, you're creative. You know what I'm saying? You already know how you want. I think that's a good. I think that's a good beginning of the movie. Yeah, it's a good beginning of the movie. Yeah. And Taki says it's time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His steps are walking up the stairs, and Peter Jackson helps me out with that. Peter Jackson will pretty much be helping me a lot with the words. He'll help me a lot with the big words. Obviously, the big words, the dialogue, adding scenes, the formatting of the screenplay. He'll help me out with that a lot. Obviously, with the creative stuff, I'm very creative. I'm very very creative. Obviously. And all me and Peter Jackson have to do is work on a script for two. All me, Peter Jackson, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni, or the Russo brothers. Don't hate me, Jon Favreau and Dave, because I might hire the Russo brothers over them. You never know. Me, Peter, and the two script writers are going to work on the script for a good 2.5 hours from 9 to 12. Peter, is 2.5 hours enough for a day? Peter, yeah, that's more enough time. So we can easily write a good 2-3 pages in 2.5. Yeah, in 2.5 hours we can easily write a good 2 to 3 pages worth of 2.5-3 pages worth of the screenplay every day. And so we'll get it done in 6 months. 5-6 months we'll finish writing the whole screenplay. Obviously, and the doc team's filming us, obviously. And then at lunch, and then at 12 o'clock, it's lunchtime. The limo driver takes Peter Jackson and Ramon Toro to the restaurant to eat their lunch. I can either have them go to a buffet restaurant in Vancouver, or I can have them have a buffet in the hotel if you want. It's easier if you just have the hotel feeds them. You can have the hotel feed them if you want. Obviously. No, just have them go to a restaurant. Restaurants have better food. I'll have them go have a buffet at the restaurant. A top-notch restaurant. Or you can have them have their buffet at the hotel if you want. Yeah, I'm going to say, look, man, see if the hotel can offer buffet services for Peter Jackson and all the guys staying in Vancouver. For breakfast and we can do that for them. And they can have a VIP buffet in the hotel. Or you can call a top-notch restaurant and book it for them. And we'll see what happens. Most likely the restaurant, right? The limo driver will take them for their breakfast for their lunch. And then Peter, Guillermo, Toro, and all of them will get their all-you-can-eat buffet for lunch. I'll give them an hour to eat. That's more enough time. Give Peter Jackson them VIP. That way they don't have to wait in line. They get the VIP pass, and whenever they go, they have a table for them, everything. And, yeah, Peter, come over here. We have a table for you guys. VIP, and they can serve their food right away. Obviously, yeah. I'm also gonna have free drinks for them too. Free soft drinks for them. Okay, I'm going to tell you, look, man, when you book the buffet restaurant for Peter Jackson and all them, also have free drinks for them too. As much, all you can drink soft drinks. Coke, Mountain Dew, that way, because you don't want to have Peter them pay for the soft drinks, obviously, and they only have access to water. No, give them free soft drinks too. Free soft drinks too. And I'll give Peter Jackson 3 beers once a week. I don't have to give Peter Jackson 3 beers once a week, and then for the first year though, I'll give him 3 beers once a week when he's playing in Switzerland, the 3rd year and 4th year. But for when he's staying in a hotel, I'm not going to give them 3 beers. No, they can easily pay for their beer. Like Peter, if you want to go to the bar with Guillermo and Toro on your days off, you're paying with your money. I'm not paying for you, man. You're already rich. You're a billionaire, and I pay you your 10 mil fucking bonus. You got your millions in your bank. You're paying for your own beer, man. I'm not paying for you. Oh, man, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm giving you a good deal. Obviously. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, do a deal like that for Peter, obviously. Right? And then once lunch is over, a limo driver will take Guillermo Toro, Peter Jackson, and John Howe and all them back to my land property, obviously. John Howe and all them will be in the concert art room, and me, VJ, and Peter Jackson, Guillermo Toro are going to be in the concert art room. And we're going to be what? We're going to be discussing more of the movie, obviously. Discussing more of the movie, and then John Howe and all of them are going to show us the pictures that they drew so far. Okay, Ivan, hey John Howe, show us what you drew so far. And they show us all the pictures of all the lands, the north, Zanus, the northern Gillies Mountains, the castle of Zanus, the courtyard, the gardens, the wall, the Great Wall of Zanus, the Blood Valley, Barak, you know what I'm saying, the Forest of Galathia, the Valley of the Dark Valley, you know what I'm saying, Cyrus, Saphius, the cursed southern Gillies Mountains, the ancient Gillies City. They show us all those pictures. They show us all the characters: Aratat, Faful, Ephesus, Morale, Bass, Mas, Durius, Bo, Ephesus, the bats, some of the bats, the extra bats, you know what I'm saying, the extra wolves, the curse of Answer of the South, the holy Answer of the North, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The wild stags, the wild snakes, Aratat's crows. A lot of work, man. That's why you pay John Howe them a nice $200K. That would work hard for you. You're looking at dirty work. You have to draw like hundreds of pictures, son. The Eagles. And me and Peter Jackson, we discuss what pictures we like. And if we don't like any of the pictures, we have to tell John Howe and they have to draw more pictures. I don't know why. I like this picture of Ephesus, but I don't like any of the wolf. I don't like any of these drawings for Aratat. I think you should draw more. I think you should draw more pictures, John Allen Lee, and Constable Drew from Pennywise the Clown. That way they know. And we discussed more of the movie, obviously. We discussed the pictures, if they're good for the movie, and we discussed more of the movie. We discussed more of the movie. Okay, Peter, you're the boss. What do you think? Tell me, VJ, and I'll give you my ideas. And Peter Jackson talks to me. Me and VJ discuss our ideas for the movie, obviously. More of that is we have for the movie, obviously. And that's why Peter Jackson, we're gonna have a blast, man. And the doc team's filming all this. Yeah, they're having a blast, man. You know what I'm saying? And then during during from 1 to 5, we discussed the movie, obviously, and the pictures that John Howland drew. And I'll give Peter Jackson and John Howland all them and all of them 2 50-minute breaks, as well as my other members of my 7 team. They get 2 50-minute breaks from 1 to 5. And at 5 o'clock, work is done. And I'm going to have John Favreau and Dave Filoni print out a copy of the script that we wrote that day for that first day we were writing the script. Hey, Peter, this is the first day we wrote the script. When you go to your hotel, take your notes for the 3 pages take your notes for the 3 pages of what? Take your notes for the 3 pages. Take your notes for the 3 pages of those of what we wrote down with Guillermo del Toro. Peter, don't slack off and just take some lazy notes. No, like really think about what you want, happening in that scene, and take your notes. I'll have Guillermo del Toro help you. Obviously, I'll help Peter out. I'll give him. I'll go every time Peter. Every time you take your notes for that day, the next day I'll have John Favreau print a copy of the notes, and I'll go over your notes. And I'll add in my ideas too to help you out. That way you help Peter out, obviously. And I'm gonna watch those movies with Peter. That way we get some good ideas for the movie. You see what I'm saying? We get some good ideas for the movie. Okay, Peter, let's watch Passion of Christ. We can get some good ideas for the mature Tactius. Let's watch Young Messiah. We can get some good ideas for young Tactius. Let's watch Prince of Egypt. We can get some good ideas for the Axis of Sapphires when they all had torches and they were scared. Yeah. Give Peter some good ideas for the movie, obviously. That way he's prepped, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We can watch King Kong. For King Kong and Lord of the Rings, I can just play clips. Okay, Peter, let's watch this clip with the insects. I'm thinking something like this for the mosquitoes and the jaguars. They're mutated jaguars, mutated insects. That way Peter Jackson has... And Ivan, I have a lot of ideas now. Thank you, Ivan. You helped me out a lot. Yeah, you're welcome, Peter. Even though Peter Jackson's the boss, I'm going to help him out a little bit, obviously. Because Xanus is my baby, obviously. I want to have some input. Ivan, will you micromanage? I won't micromanage, but I want to help Peter Jackson a little bit. Because Xanus is my baby. I know what I'm doing. Show my camera here.